Mm-mm.
I'm not here to save the world.
Mm-mm.
I'm just here to connect with myself and then show up as that, to be that consciousness. And there's always an opportunity to be out of it. So, you know,
It's
like,
true.
especially for me, driving behind someone's a slow driver, like, I got no patience for that. Still working on it. I'm changing lanes 5 seconds in. I can do this. I can do this. Nope.
Oh, hilarious. I don't know why that reminds me of people in school who don't think as fast or do tests as well. It's like, well, is it about the transaction? Is it about how fast we can do things? Or is it about how well we can just be with other people? Where did this idea of speed come from? What about
Mm,
sinking in? What about being present?
mm, yeah. That I
What about
don't need to do anything. That's a big
no?
thing too, is I don't need to fix anything. With the work, I'm realizing it's just to be with it. And then all of a sudden it just moves on its own divine timing.
Mm-hmm.
The answers come in its own divine timing. It's magical. Though I've been trained all my years of life to fix, to come up with the solution, solve problems. And there's value in that, 100%. I'm not down on the rational mind. The rational mind is so beautiful, you know, building things, engineering, you know, in livelihood. Yes, I get it. Yeah, we got to make decisions. Um, we got to come up with solutions, 100%, 100%. But in terms of relating, we're talking about relating here. We're talking about being human. Like, there's a judgment against judgment, right? And had someone tell me, why are you so down on judgment? As if judgment is a bad thing. Okay. It's contextual, because I get judgment is a useful thing. It's a survival program. It exists. This is my thought. You can disagree. I just want to finish this thought. I just want to finish this thought.
Yep.
That judgment has a place. I'm judging all the time. That's why there's stereotypes. It's to fill in meaning for my mind to make sense of things so I can be at ease, and it's for safety. Can I trust you? I'm going to make a judgment of you. Are you going to be safe with my kids? Okay. That has its place. Though in a place where, like, I really want to drop in and get to know someone in terms of intimacy, in terms of relating, in terms of humanity, then judgment blocks that, because I have a perceived perception of who you are, and it's like a box I put you in with the label stamped upon it that you're an immigrant fresh off the boat and you're stealing our money. Maybe I'm telling myself that. Yeah. And I have no chance to move out of that, because that's the enemy image. That's the image you placed onto me, that I have no choice because it's your perception, right? So there's levels to it. There's always levels to everything, and it's contextual. But in terms of relating, it's like, if I don't have that judgment, then I can see you for who you are, in your pain, in your grief, in your sadness, in your anger, in your excitement, in your joy. I then connect to the needs, and then realize, holy moly, you're just like me. You're a human. And that's where we begin to heal. Healing happens there. The healing happens in a space of non-judgment, because you're allowing the energy to move, right? But when I'm judging someone for my protection, I'm not about healing. I'm about survival. I'm about staying safe and protecting myself.
It's true. There was talk in religion about Judgment Day, but we're judging every day. I believe God doesn't
Yeah.
judge, actually, or the universal energy field, or whatever you want to call that, the creator. Um, I want to maybe explore this another time, but maybe the difference between judgment and discernment. And in, I like how you made a distinction between the logical, linear, or the practical judgments that we need to make. Okay, I'm a foot away from this car. Maybe I should move back into my lane, versus the stories. Because when it comes to people, Judgments are stories based on survival perceptions. And if we don't own them, it keeps us trapped and we're not living an authentic life. So if we can start to own what we're judging, like, oh, you're an immigrant fresh off the boat stealing our money. This is the story that's going on in my head. And in our classes, people start doing that. Yeah, this is the story that I'm coming up with. And people don't get offended. They're just like, okay, that's interesting. Because we all do it. It's true. We all do it. But we don't admit that we do it. So maybe it's time we start admitting that we do it, so that we can start to learn what Rumi says is, I think it's Rumi, is it Rumi?
Mm.
That an observation without judgment is the highest form of intelligence.
That's a J. Krishnamurti.
Yes, thank you. Observation without judgment is the highest form of intelligence. How can we make an observation without a judgment? It's possible to do, but because we hide it, because we're manipulating, because of this marketing stuff, we're always making these judgments and these stories that are often actually really incorrect, and they perpetuate division in the world. That's why we have lawyers, because we're not aware of our survival perceptions, of our judgments, of our saboteurs, of what some are now calling the internal family systems, of all of these different parts of ourselves that we hide. But we're just human. And I think as we get to being present with our humanness, there's going to be a lot of systems that aren't good for our well-being that will fall away, and we'll be creating an entirely new planet, entirely
Yep.
new way of being.
It's in the process.
It
It's in the
is.
process. The age of Aquarius, the fourth turning. Yeah, it's the apocalypse as we all see it. The end of
Yeah,
an
just
era.
end of an era. Clarify, because apocalypse in the Bible sounds really horrible. And there is some chaos that happens, but all it means in Greek is the unveiling of truth in times of falsehood.
Yeah, it's a cleansing, a
Cleanse,
renewal. It's
renewal.
cyclical.
It is.
Mm. Enjoy the show, everyone. Get your
Enjoy the
popcorn,
show.
sit back, and enjoy this human show. It's fascinating.
It is,
I
and
love
it's a
human beings. Like just on YouTube, right? Checking out random videos and just seeing people surf these amazing waves. I can't swim, okay? So like I'm just joking with someone. I'm like, I ain't gonna be doing that in my lifetime. These big waves in Portugal, right? Like I'm like, wow, so much admiration, so much beauty and like respect with this person riding these waves. And then seeing this one person doing a saxophone in the New York subway and the dude dancing, and then another person down the end pulls out a saxophone, and so they're having a duel and they're just jamming away, and just the beauty of human creativity, ingenuity, the life force being expressed here all over the place. And that's why I'm like, enjoy the show. It's a big drama show.
well, this that's literally observation without judgment. It's like you're watching a movie and you're eating your popcorn and you're loving it. But
It's
for someone,
interesting.
when we get so involved and we think it's about us, which it really isn't, there's just so much drama and judgment and triggers that come out of it. But there's some skill in there. Observation without judgment is the highest form of intelligence, and we're starting to lean into our human intelligence, and there's skills and ways of being able to do it, and this is what
Mm, I love
we're
it.
loving and teaching
It's
and
it's it's freedom. It's freedom from these
freedom.
mental thought patterns and emotional enslavement patterns of my saboteurs telling me stories. It's like the ability, because I'm still going to judge, I'm still going to project, I'm still going to attach meaning to it. It's having the awareness of it, of when I'm doing that in real time, and be like, oh, interesting. Where does this come from? And then coming back to its source, cleaning it. It's still going to be there, but knowing and having the awareness, then I can choose differently.
Yeah.
And then I can create an opportunity, a space where Rumi says, beyond the ideas of right doing and wrongdoing, there's a field, and I'll meet you there, that we can co-create together. Magic gets born. Creativity, creation gets born through that. Yeah. It's a beautiful space to be in. Oh my. It's so healing just to be in that space. It's so juicy.
It
I mean,
is.
if you experienced it, it's like, wow. I'm really connected to God and source creator life. And I leave those interactions so fulfilled, so enlivened, so renewed. And that's a signpost. And that's why I do this work. This is why I'm doing life with you, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. And when we can observe our judgments and have others in a community that show it to us, and we can have a sense of humor, man. We don't have to suffer like the way that we've been suffering. It's just so, it's actually a kind of a universal joke, actually. Um, um, yeah, it's a,
Yeah. You know what big
it's
joke
fun.
is? Like coming here with a state of forgetfulness. Came here to forget everything and have amnesia. Wow, what an adventure. It's like my soul signed up for this challenge. I'm like, oh my God. I wonder what my thought process was to sign up for this life. Oh my.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like,
What funny? Yeah.
where's the exit bio? Where's the bio clause here? I'm ready to go back home. I'm out. I'm done.
What soul contract did I sign anyway? I didn't read the small print.
Yeah, man. Was I drugged? Like, what's going on
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. How many of you have thought of
Uh,
getting off the planet, just wanting to get off? Yep. Sometimes it feels like that until we can breathe in new life and see a new perspective. And we can't do it alone. It's a tricky time.
mm, yeah, yeah. We're wired to do it together. We're all in
Yeah.
the same suit together, everyone. I can smell your fart. We're breathing the same air, everyone. Be careful. All right? Be considerate. Yeah. Anyways, I digress there.
Okay, I think
It's a good way to end on farts and smells that are shared amongst us.
we're.
So we'll catch us next week, next Friday, 12 p.m. We got a Facebook group. Send a request. Get resource group for conscious co-creating relationships. And our YouTube Get Resourced. We go live every Friday. And if you want to be a guest, come on. Yes, we would love to have you. Just have a chat with you before to just create the space for the conversation, to reach out to Summer and I on that. And we are hosting our next ultimate relationship event for couples, where we're going to share with you the communication strategies that we've seen work with the couples that we worked with in the last year, um, in a 2-day workshop on April 14th and 15th. April 14th and 15th from 6:30 to 9:30, 3 hours each day. So it's an intensive workshop, a free online workshop. If you're interested in being a part, reach out to Dre, Summer, and yeah, we'll give you the details. Anything else to add to that, babe?
I don't think so. Space is limited, and there is some prep work to be done ahead of time for that event. So that's it.